we had major challenges. And if you would have told me that January was going to be better than December, I would have taken it all day. December, I was like, okay, what's 2022 going to look like? What are we going to do? Like, what's going to happen? It's all about being... Welcome to the January 2023 results meeting. How do we do?
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
Like 543, no?
543, let's see what we ended up with. 564,000. All right, yeah, let's get up for ourselves.
So now having Bristol West?
For the whole month, yeah. Because December we had it to the 19th. And January was better than December. And if you would have told me that January was going to be better than December, I would have taken it all day. You know, because of this uncertainty, like what are we going to do, like what's going to happen. So for us to have actually our second best month ever. Yeah. Yeah, 600,000 is our best month. And it's our second best month ever. And we also like to compare what we did from last year's January, 344,000. But what's funny is last January, that was our best month ever. That just means that our team is growing, you know, individually we're growing, and we're all definitely going towards the right direction. We had major challenges, and I'm just so proud of you guys for just stepping up to it. Talked about last team meeting, but it's all about being adaptable, positive, yep, and then teamwork. Mm-hmm. Patient too. We're going to talk about that actually today. That's going to be a big theme. But yeah, being adaptable, being positive, you know, changing to new systems, but being positive, not complaining about all these changes. A lot of stuff going out there outside of our agency. It's a lot of negativity in the insurance business. And then just teamwork of just you guys helping each other and understanding these different roles that we have and understanding different systems. So it's just overall such a great month. Again, I would have taken this in a heartbeat if someone told me like, hey, once I found out about Bristol West, like December, I was like, okay, what's 2022 going to look like new business-wise? For us to do this is something that I'm very, very happy with. So great job, guys. All right, so today we're going to go over the winners like we always do. And then this is just the plan of the meeting. I'm going to, after that, go over the 2 secrets to making more money, because that's what we're here to do. So I'm going to go over 2 secrets to help you guys with that. And then the agency's situation, game plan, and vision at the very end of this meeting. Okay, because there's so many changes that we want to be on the same page. So we have an announcement here. We were the #1 farmers insurance agency in 2022. That's by most new business count. So new business count doesn't mean policies, but that means if you sell like a 4-car policy, that's 4 count. 3 cars, 3 counts. So we sell multi-car policies, so every car is a count. So we have 5,036. We won it by 69 policies. So this other agent was winning the whole year. But I think the Bristol West at the end, we had a big push there and got us to the #1 spot. Now this isn't our first time doing it. 2022, 2019, 2018, 2015, 2014, we've been the #1 agency those years as well. In California all the way through. In fact, we finished with 5,000. Second place in California was like 1,900. So in California, we're definitely by far the #1 agency every year. But now we could say nationwide, we're the #1 agency as far as production last year. So I'm really happy about that. I saved it to this meeting. Well, I just found out last week, but I saved it to this meeting to announce it to you guys. Now you guys should be feeling very proud of you guys, that you guys are at an agency that's at the top of the game. And that's thanks to you guys. So have a lot of pride and have a lot of confidence in knowing what you're doing and helping an organization, because now there's like 19, 20 of us now, but still each one person is so important in a small business that your contribution to helping us get to this level is something that, once again, you should guys take a lot of pride in. All right, so let's get into the winners here. First, we're going to talk about the most New Year's Blast transfers. So this is a category. We had 4 marketers that were not licensed, that still got the text messages, the Happy New Year text messages, and then transferred to agents. So we categorized, how many policies were transferred, generated, and then had a little contest for them. I'm not sure if everybody was aware, but Linda, you guys are very well aware of that. So we're gonna get into the top 3 here. So 3rd place goes to Jamie with 33 transfers. 2nd place goes to Linda with 3 sales, 24 transfers, but 3 of them ended up in sales. And that counted as actually more because, we optimized for sales. And the winner of the transfers goes to Genesis with 2 sales and 20 transfers. So let's get up for Genesis. All right, and then we're gonna get into our normal categories, most hours worked. Third place, we have Jazz here at 95%. Second place, America at 101%.
Jaylene?
Yeah, Jaylene. Jaylene at 108%.
108.
Couple things about attendance, okay? So January wasn't a great month for attendance overall as a team. A lot of people got sick, okay? Usually January is a good month as far as attendance because people come back from the holiday. You get a break from the holidays. Things happen, people got sick, but one of the things I do want to let you guys know that when it comes to leads, I send it to people that have the highest closing ratio. That's kind of been my thing. If you have a high closing ratio, then I want the leads to go to those agents. But with leads, sometimes, when you get a lead, but the next day you're not there to close it, somebody else has to work on it, it's not worked on as well, or these follow-ups are getting sent out, but they're not there, and it's like a weird situation. So I am sending the leads more towards people who have good attendance. And that's just because I believe that if you get more leads, then your closing ratio will go up too. So I'm switching it a little bit more towards less closing ratio and more attendance as far as where some of these leads are going to. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, especially on like Mondays, like you get, text message, you get a lead over the weekend, it still sends them a text messages as you guys that's saying that, hey, I'm gonna work on this. And then on Monday, I have to someone misses work, I have to reassign them and stuff. A lot of hassle. And then good attendance, I wanna reward that. And by doing that, a lot of things I do is to reward it is by having good attendance. So even if your closing ratio is not as high, if you're here all the time, then people are getting a little bit more leads to see what they can do with it. And I think closing ratio is something with practice you do get better. All right, so most payments made. Third place, we have Linda here at 88. Ava with 140.
Sorry.
You guys are working hard there. And then the first place finisher goes to Genesis with 159. Let's get up for Genesis. She was on, this is her second month in a row, 42 hours on the phone too, and 621 calls. So those are both number one with the CSR team, meaning that no people without a license. So definitely, and great attendance too, 90% attendance. So definitely a great month for Genesis and showing that, yeah, she is definitely here to work. Most phone hours. Third place, America with 55 hours. These numbers are really getting higher because last year, if you got to even close to 50, you would be winning this category. Laura at 60 hours. And the most phone calls goes to Blanca with 60 hours. Let's get up for Blanca. So yeah, that's amazing numbers considering, the time off that she took. So that's something that really shows that something that we all know, when she's here, there's not a worker that's working as hard as she is. So great numbers there as far as how much hours she's on the phone compared to how many hours she worked. So great job, Blanca. And then we have most phone calls. We have America with 1,076. Again, huge numbers because in the past we'll barely get anybody. Some months nobody got to 1,000. These are really close to second place, Laura. And the first place finisher for most phone call goes to Jasmine with 1,191 calls. Yeah, it is a lot. And this is actually an agency record. The most phone calls anyone's made in 1 month.
I didn't feel
That's what your ear hurts just.
That's why I'm very infectious.
Sometimes your neighbor's ears hurt too.
Seriously. Whatever, Dad.
Highest closing ratio. It's Fady with 34%. It's a tie for second place. Blanca with 34%. Amazing closing ratio. And I don't think you guys will guess who the first place finisher was for this month.
Maria.
Wow.
Whoa. My
No wonder you said we were going to guess.
And Eva wants to take a lot of credit for that?
No.
No,
I just
no.
want her. I just like, come on, Maria, we got this.
Yeah, no, it really helps to have a supportive voice next to you. She always had the potential, so she got really close to her best month ever too. But yeah, maybe some more leads coming her way too because of these closing ratio numbers too. Now we got 3 agents who had their best month ever. Who do we have? Judith with 31,000. Let's get up for Judith. You know, she just has such a bright future. You know, she's just so smart and so empathetic and really a good listener too. Her goal is to have a better month every month this year. So she's definitely on the right track. This is also her first time reaching 25,000, which is a big deal, kind of a milestone for a lot of agents. I remember every time if someone got to 25,000, it was like a big deal because in the beginning, once you get licensed, it's already a journey just to get there. But then from going from 0 to 25, that's also another commitment and a journey to get there. So for her to reach that level, that kind of after that level, people start to go higher and higher. So really happy about Judith's progress. And then we have another person that had her best month ever. This is an impressive one. It's Spady with 43,000. Let's go for Spady. So what's impressive about this is that this is her first full month because December she started on the 12th or something like that. Okay, so for only her first full month, I think the New Year's blast helped her because it kind of gave everybody opportunity last month. One thing that she's showing us is that she's good at sales, okay, and that's just something that people get better at, but already early on in her career here, she's showing us that she knows how to talk to people, how to make them laugh, and how to close them. And then we have another agent who had their best month ever, Laura at 116,000. Let's get up for Laura.
Yeah.
This is zoomed in.
Oh.
Like that picture.
You don't think she'll like it? No.
It's nice.
I tried my best to pick because Jasmine was telling me about the pictures.
Wow,
So
pick the best one.
yeah, so I really tried hard.
Picking us when we look ugly.
These pictures are all great, I think. So, but yeah, more on her a little bit later. New category again, most broker fees. We got third place Blanca at $900. Laura at 1,450. And who had the most broker fees in January?
Oh,
Jasmine, 1,600. Let's get out for Jasmine. Well, not really big of a surprise because you have some experience with broker fees maybe in the past. Then we're going to go into sales categories. So the agent who finished third place for most sales in January 2022, let's get up for Kalia. So at 61,000, what she averaged for the whole year last year was 44,000. So it's definitely getting off to a stronger start this year. As always, high closing ratio of 26%. And this is her first time being in the top 3 since May of 2022. So let's get up for Kalia. We all know who second place is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it up for Jazz.
That means you're not.
We could have done a better picture for
That
that.
means
Shoot, my bad. So 80,000, okay, big time number. 95% attendance, 1,191 phone calls, again an agency record, 50 hours on the phone, 29% closing ratio, most broker fees, $8,000 in commission. Add that to her base, and that's another way to make it $10,000 she earned in 1 month again. And you know, we always talk about it, but she just brings the consistency and the energy and the positivity. Those are the things that we look for, and just want to appreciate her for being such a special teammate of our agency. Comes in the morning, gives us the energy that we all need, and closes deals and gets the work done no matter what's going on. So with all the changes that's happening, just such a consistency is what we really value. So let's get up for Jazz again. And then we have our first place finisher here. Let's give it up again for Laura Martinez. Watch out for the boards there. And say hi to the camera right there. Let's talk about Laura's months. 5th month over 100K, over 1,000 phone calls, 60 hours on the phone, 7 business policies, which add up to 17,000, 32% closing ratio, $11,000 in commission, $2,500 base. Add that up, and it was over 14,000. Her attendance being at 80%. This is the first time ever that somebody made over $100 per hour in a whole month. And you guys might say, "Wow, that's amazing! Like that's great." But I'll tell you that I still feel like this is like amazing. This is like the peak. No, I still feel like Laura's still actually paying her dues right now. We're gonna need to write more life insurance starting April. Okay, so that's something that she definitely is a leader at our agency with. And then we also have a situation where some of these other producers, maybe she could help them out by sitting next to them. So just being able to say, okay, Dan, put me wherever you want, and then have anybody who wants to sit next to me, and I'm just going to help out the team. That type of ability to help us in just so many different ways is so valuable to us. As much as you guys think, wow, she's making a lot of money, to me, I still feel like she's paying her dues so her checks could be even bigger in the future. So let's get up for Laura. All right, and then we have our, it should be January, Hustle Award winner. 3 nominees. Jasmine, 3rd in attendance, 1st in phone calls, 4th in phone hours. Very, very solid month there. America, who's won this award a couple times and is nominated every single month we had this award, 2nd in attendance, 3rd in phone calls, 3rd in phone hours. And then we have Jaylene, who was 1st in attendance, 5th in phone calls, and 5th in phone hours. So this is a tough decision because we have 3 very solid candidates, but the January 2023 Hustle Award goes to Jaylene. What'd you say?
I thought it was jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think attendance plays a big factor. Okay. Another thing that kind of stood out to me was just her phone hours, how high they were. I wish I had them, but because, considering where she came from, I think it was like 4 hours.
That was always the lowest one.
Yeah. That's maybe naturally not her personality to get on the phones and talk to people for all day long, but to now be way up there on the phone hours and calls, it's just something I love to see is when people make progression and able to step out of their comfort zone and change themselves into a better professional and a person is something I just love seeing in this business. So, very well deserved for the first time ever winning this award. Let's get up for Jaylene again. 2nd place winner, we got Jasmine.
Oh my God.
We'll edit that in. All right, so now we're going to talk about, some secrets to making more money. So I'm going to give you guys 2 of them.